just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's got a man down the middle. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. One play moves the ball to the 48. Another first down coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Caught quickly. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Back to pass. It's Barrett. Makes a quick grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
So the pass interference in the end zone will cost the defense 15 yards and move the offense closer now into scoring position. Fresh set of downs, 1st and goal. Looking for 6. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
What a call with a play action down inside.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Play action here on first down. He fires it down the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Boy, great job here of finding him.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the open. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown.
And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Wildcats. Way too much speed in that play.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the offense trots back onto the field here. Play action fake. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete that time, and just out of reach of the receiver. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat. And one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial for kickstarting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum that they can...
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode.
And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. That pass is caught. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Back to pass. It's Barrett. The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down at the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes a quick catch. They make the tackle, but this offense now in scoring position. First down to the 32. Hey, Kirk, that puts him over 150 yards today. He's just putting on a huge show in a big stage.
Yeah, every time he seems to get his hands on the football, he's making big plays. They have built their offense around his playmaking ability, and it's paid off today.
That is broken up and incomplete.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Wide open downfield. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal. The offense threatening close to the goal line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Launching one to the end zone. And is intercepted. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a hit. Sets up the offense in great position.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Dropping back, it's Barrett. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And looking to throw now on first down. Snags a quick throw. Brought down after the nice spin move. Just a small gain by the offense.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Looking to pass here on second down. He pulls in the catch. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Looks to the left, pass caught. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got it with room to run. Goes up and over the guy. And here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. On first down, it's play action. Grab down the middle. It's Goff. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. A new set of downs after that completion. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Kirk, all these players aware, if you can make your mark, if you can make a special moment in this kind of rivalry game, that's just remembered forever.
Chris, that's so true. I mean, I played in the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, and unfortunately, Desmond Howard had his moment where he returned the punt. We're still talking about the pose. So it's a huge opportunity for these players, but I also think the players that press, the players that try to make plays, that try to have that moment, I think that can backfire. I think you have to let the game come to you, control those emotions, and find out if you can just go out.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Play fake, looking to throw. Catch is made down the middle. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. Kentucky getting set with a first and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's got it near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. The defense backed up against their own end zone.
Chris, that's another big pass play, another milestone.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Kentucky. Well, the energy. Scanning the field. It's Barrett. Quick throw complete to the tight end. He was a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Chris, I love this throw downfield. He takes a shot. I thought he had a big completion, but instead the defender makes one heck of a play to be able to knock that ball away for the incompletion.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And this time it's complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. And that'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with...
Looking downfield near the end zone. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Boy, they are not letting up from targeting this stud receiver. He's absolutely got to be driving this defense mad. And they nearly got another big one there.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking to throw again. Hit as he released it. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You talk to any offensive coordinator around the country, you start to evaluate quarterbacks. Everybody wants to talk arm strength and speed and size. The intangible about quarterbacks' willingness to take a hit and still deliver the ball is something that every offensive coordinator would tell you it's one of the highest priorities they look for.
The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there.
The quarterback's got to do a better job here of reading the coverage. He was determined to get that ball thrown to this receiver, but they played double coverage. He still tries to throw it, and he almost threw an interception.
It's a quick grab. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the 1st down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And their route is on. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to pass, it's Barrett. And this one is caught. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the 1st down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Caught by the receiver. They move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Motion now from the tight end. They start the 4th quarter with a pass. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play.
This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Dropping back. It's Barrett. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screen play, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Touchdown, Kentucky. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. So quickly, all the way up to the 36, and it's first down. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, this offense has had a great day today. The game is out of reach. I'd be curious to know why the starting quarterback's even still in the game and why is he throwing the football?
They look to throw it here on second down. This time, a completion.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone and run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
So now it's third and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. Tackled right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down at the 15. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pass caught on a comeback route. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal. The offense sets up in scoring position with a new set of downs. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. So it sets up a 2nd and goal from the 4. To throw, it's Barrett. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They continue to roll up the score. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They finally stop him. Big play. Moves the ball to the 22. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And it's caught off the deflection. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Kentucky has moved into the red zone now. Play fake, looking to throw. That catch is hauled in. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. They'll try a pass here. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. No gain on 1st makes it 2nd down and goal from the 7.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Pre-snap motion from the offense. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Kentucky. They are pouring it on now.
You know, this head coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a full 4 quarters. And that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score up. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. And right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
Well, this one, I mean, defied everyone's expectations except this lower-ranked team. Nobody gave them a chance not just to win, but to blow out this respected team.
They came in at the very beginning of this game. You can almost feel it, a chip on their shoulder. Every single possession, they seem to be locked in on both sides of the football. Now, what can they do with a win like this, realizing how good they are capable of playing? Be interesting to watch down the road.
that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How you're going to finish strong throughout the season, in the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer. Get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
How about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Got it in the middle. It's Gilmore. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Barrett. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibbs. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. First down. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gibbs. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He caught it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He gets it in! Touchdown, Kentucky! Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. To the air, it's Barrett. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important. To this team.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like...
And now this offense will take the field again. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabs it in the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Barrett. Intercepted, number 19. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football. Taking it the other way. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Finds a man in the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Touchdown, Wildcats. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Barrett. Catch in the middle, it's Gibbs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's throwing for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Pass interference penalty will cost the defense 15 and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Finds us back in the middle. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Back's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Cut! To throw, it's Barrett. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
Caught over the middle. It's Gibbs.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Fires left. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to pass, it's Barrett. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown, Kentucky! The offense cashing it in on that drive. And the Wildcats, buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right on the money. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right?
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now how going the other way, and he's got room. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fired in there, but incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Off play action. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab down the middle.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be. And a big part of that is their ability to throw the football.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Dropping back, it's Barrett. Snagged in the middle, it's Gibbs. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You don't see a lot of batted balls on hitch routes because most of the time you give a little bit of a cushion. That's a nice job by the defender, giving some cushion, but understanding the receiver is sitting down and going and getting a hand on the football.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on third down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this game.
Touchdown, Kentucky! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the... Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Barrett. Complete to the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Throws to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. That penalty is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sidelines. Looking to throw on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here we go, here we go. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Back to pass. It's Barrett. Got his man out of the backfield. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been...
They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14, and they want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented, nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That's going to...